Have you ever felt like there's an emptiness inside you that can't be filled with material things? That life is passing you by and true meaning is still nowhere to be found? I know that feeling. And today, I'm going to reveal simple yet incredibly powerful secrets that have changed the lives of millions of people around the world. These aren't complicated practices requiring years of training. This is something you can start applying today. Imagine for a moment. You wake up in the morning with a sense of deep peace. You know you're not alone. You feel a connection with something greater that guides and supports you every second. This isn't a fantasy. This is reality for those who have understood these simple secrets of spiritual connection. Stay until the end of the video. The last secret will change your life forever. Let's start with the most important question. What is spiritual connection anyway? It's not a religious dogma or a philosophical concept. It's a living, real feeling of unity with the higher power, with God, with the universe. Call it whatever feels right to you. Spiritual connection is when you feel that your life has meaning. It's when you know your prayers are heard. It's when you feel support, even in the most difficult moments. Many people live their entire lives without experiencing this feeling. They go to temples, read sacred texts, but the emptiness remains inside. Why does this happen? Because spiritual connection isn't about knowledge. It's about relationships. Imagine a person who knows everything about love from books, but has never loved. Can they understand what love really is? It's the same with spirituality. You can know all the prayers by heart, but if there's no living connection, these are just words. Secret 1, silence, the gateway to the spiritual world. Our world is filled with constant noise. Television, internet, social media, endless conversations. We're afraid of silence. We run from it because in silence we have to meet ourselves. But it's precisely in silence that spiritual connection is born. The Bible says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stop, be quiet, listen. The great mystic Meister Eckhart said, "There is nothing in the world that resembles God as much as silence." When you create space for silence in your life, you open the door to the spiritual start small. Every morning before you pick up your phone, sit for 5 minutes in complete silence. Don't meditate, don't pray, just be. Just breathe and listen. You'll be amazed at how quickly changes will come. In silence, you'll begin to hear a quiet voice inside. The voice of your soul, the voice of God. This voice has always been there, but the noise of the world drowned it out. Do you know what happens in silence? Your mind calms down. Anxieties recede. You stop running and start simply being. And in this state of being, something amazing opens up. You become aware of presence, the presence of something greater, the presence of love, the presence of peace that surpasses all understanding. This is spiritual connection in its purest form. Secret 2, gratitude opens the heart. Want to know the fastest way to strengthen your spiritual connection? Start giving thanks. Not just mechanically repeating thank you, but truly feeling gratitude. Mother Teresa said, "If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. If you want to strengthen your spiritual connection, start being grateful for what you already have." Do you have eyes to watch this video? Give thanks for your sight. Do you have a roof over your head? Give thanks for your home. Are you breathing? Give thanks for every breath. When you give thanks, something incredible happens. Your heart opens. You stop being in the position of "I'm owed" and move to the position of "I'm given." And in this openness of heart, connection is born because God is love, and gratitude is the language of love. Try this practice. Every evening before bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for today. Not big achievements, simple moments. A warm shower, a stranger's smile, a delicious meal. In a month, you won't recognize your life. You won't recognize yourself. You'll be living in a state of constant gratitude, which means in constant connection with the spiritual. There are scientific studies that show people who practice gratitude are not only happier, but also healthier. Their immune system works better. They sleep more soundly, they get sick less often. Why? Because gratitude changes the chemistry of your brain. It activates pleasure and calm centers. But that's just the physical level. At the spiritual level, an even deeper transformation occurs. Secret 3, serving others, the path to God. Here's the paradox of spiritual life. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you serve others, the stronger your connection with the higher power becomes. Do you know why? Because when you serve another person, you serve God. There's a divine spark in every person. When you help someone, you touch that spark. Jesus said, "Whatever you did for one of the least of these, you did for me." This isn't a metaphor. This is a spiritual law. Look at the lives of great saints of all traditions: Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, Ramakrishna. All of them served people. They healed, taught, fed, comforted. And it was through service that they reached the highest spiritual states, because service is self-forgetting. And when you forget yourself, the ego retreats and the divine manifests. Start serving right now. You don't need to go to a monastery or give away all your possessions. Smile at the cashier in the store. Call an elderly relative. Feed a homeless dog. Every small act of kindness strengthens your spiritual connection, because in the moment of service, you become a channel of divine love. I know one story. There was a man who searched for enlightenment for years. He traveled to teachers, attended retreats, meditated for hours, but the feeling of emptiness didn't go away. One day he saw an old woman who couldn't cross the street. He helped her. And in that moment, in this simple act of help, he felt what he had been searching for years: the presence of the divine. Service isn't about great deeds, it's about love in action, and love always connects us with the source. Secret 4, nature, a temple without walls. When was the last time you were truly in nature? Not just walking past trees on your way to work, but actually stopping and looking? Nature is a direct revelation of the divine. Every flower, every star, every drop of rain is a message. It's the living word of God. Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds of humanity, said, "I see God in every flower, in every blade of grass." When you look at nature attentively, you see perfection, you see harmony, you see wisdom that transcends human understanding. And in this contemplation, awe is born. And awe is the foundation of spiritual connection. Spend time in nature regularly. Greet the sunrise, look at the stars. Walk barefoot on grass, listen to birds singing. In these moments, you're not in a church, but you're in a temple. You're not reading sacred texts, but you're reading the book of nature. The most ancient revelation: when you connect with nature, you connect with the source of all being. You feel that you're part of something greater, that you're not a separate island, but a drop in the infinite ocean of life. Modern science confirms this. Studies show that time in nature reduces stress levels, improves mood, strengthens immunity. The Japanese even coined the term forest bathing, the practice of mindful presence in the forest. But the spiritual effect is even deeper. Nature reminds us of the cyclical nature of life, that spring always comes after winter, that death is not the end, but transformation. Secret 5, prayer as conversation, not monologue. Many people pray incorrectly. They talk and talk, ask and ask, and then wonder why they don't feel connection. True prayer is dialogue. It's a conversation. You speak, but then you listen. Imagine calling a friend, talking nonstop for 20 minutes about your problems, and then hanging up. Is that a conversation? Is that communication? No, that's a monologue. It's the same with prayer. Tell God what's on your heart. Express your requests, your hopes, your fears, but then be quiet. Listen. The answer may not come in words. Perhaps it will be a feeling of peace. Perhaps sudden clarity. Perhaps an unexpected meeting or event the next day. God always answers. But we often don't hear because we're too busy with our own chatter. Try this practice. Pray as usual. And then sit in silence for 10 minutes. Don't wait for a voice from heaven. Just be open. Be receptive. This openness is true spiritual connection. You don't demand, you receive. You don't speak, you listen. You don't seek, you find. One sage said, prayer is when you talk to God. Meditation is when God talks to you. In reality, true prayer combines both secret six. Forgiveness liberates the soul. Here's a truth many don't want to hear. As long as you hold resentment, your spiritual connection is blocked. Resentment is a wall between you and the divine. Why? Because resentment is heaviness. It's a burden you carry in your heart. And while it's there, there's no room for the divine Jesus taught to forgive, not 7 times, but 70 times 7. This isn't about other people. This is about your freedom. This is about your soul. When you forgive, you're not saying the person was right. You're saying, I no longer want to carry this burden. You free yourself. And in this liberation, space opens up, space for love, space for joy, space for the divine. Is there someone you can't forgive? Someone who hurt you? Try this. Every day for a week, wish that person well. Just think, I wish you happiness. I wish you peace. At first it will feel fake. You'll resist, but continue. In a week, something will shift, or in a month, you'll feel lightness. And with that lightness will come spiritual connection. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's strength. It's the courage to let go of the past and open to the future. It's choosing love over hate, light over darkness. Buddhists say, holding resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Resentment only poisons you. Forgiveness heals. Secret 7. Consistency is more important than intensity. Many people seek spiritual breakthroughs. They want mystical experiences, insights, miracles, and when this doesn't happen, they get disappointed and quit. But spiritual life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about bright moments, it's about consistency. It's better to pray 5 minutes every day than 2 hours once a month. It's better to be kind in small things constantly than to perform one grand act. Chinese wisdom says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Spiritual connection strengthens step by step, day by day. Don't wait for a special mood. Don't look for ideal conditions. Start where you are. Start with what you can. 5 minutes of silence in the morning. 3 things of gratitude in the evening. 1 act of kindness a day. It's simple. It's accessible to everyone. And these simple actions, repeated consistently, create a powerful cumulative effect. In a year, you'll look back and won't recognize yourself because you won't be the same person. You'll be a person with a deep, living, constant spiritual connection. Imagine drops of water falling on stone. 1 drop won't leave a mark, but 1,000,000 drops will cut through the stone. That's how spiritual practice works too. Don't underestimate the power of small, daily actions. They seem insignificant, but they're exactly what shapes your life. They're exactly what creates your reality. Secret 8, accept the imperfection of your path. And here's the last secret, the most important one. You will make mistakes. You will fall. You will forget to pray. You will get angry. You will doubt. And that's normal. That's part of the journey. Spiritual life isn't about flawlessness. It's about sincerity. God doesn't expect perfection from you. God expects your heart. St. Augustine, one of the greatest Christian thinkers, was a sinner for most of his life. The Apostle Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Buddha searched for truth for 6 years before attaining enlightenment. Every spiritual path has ups and downs. Every seeker has periods of clarity and periods of darkness. When you fall, just get up. When you forget, just return. Don't judge yourself. Don't blame yourself. Just continue. Because spiritual connection isn't a reward for perfection. It's a gift available to you right now, just as you are, with all your flaws, with all your doubts, with all your fears. You're worthy of spiritual connection not because you're perfect, but because you're alive. The Japanese have a concept of wabi-sabi, the beauty of imperfection. A crack in a cup makes it unique. Your cracks, your wounds, your flaws make you human. And it's precisely through these cracks that light penetrates inside. It's precisely through your vulnerability that the divine enters your life. So we've looked at 8 simple secrets for strengthening spiritual connection: silence, gratitude, service, nature, prayer dialogue, forgiveness, consistency, accepting imperfection. These aren't complicated practices. They don't require special abilities or years of training. They're available to each of you right now. Start today. Choose one secret and apply it. Tomorrow, add a second. Gradually, step by step, you'll feel this sacred connection strengthening your life will change. Not immediately, not dramatically, but deeply. You'll find peace that doesn't depend on external circumstances. You'll discover joy that lives inside you. You'll feel love that never leaves you. If this video touched you, if you felt something important, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Write in the comments which secret resonated with you the most. Let's support each other on this path. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. The higher power is always with you, waiting for you, loving you. All you need is to open your heart. See you in the next video. Peace to you and spiritual depth.